Hello. Thanks for being here.
We can always fill in.
I know you guys are doubled up.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure. All right, good. Yes. All right, friends. After just a couple of technical difficulties, not really, just getting set up. We're just about ready to begin. So Shabbat Shalom to our members of Temple of Abraham who are here and those who are watching from afar on the live streams. YouTube, Facebook, we're on everything, I believe. And hopefully you will enjoy singing along at home. Here, you can only hum along, so you don't really open your mouth too much. But what we are also going to ask you to do, we're going to ask you to clap, all right? So even if you are clapping a verse, if for some reason somebody taught you when you were young, you can't clap in services, it's disrespectful. No, it's not disrespectful, it's ruach. And it's almost all you got here anyway, right? So I want you to do that. So actually, I'm talking to the camera, I'm talking off the camera right now. It's all you. We want to see some good clapping going on. We are going to begin tonight on page 6. Let the heavens rejoice and the earth be glad. It's Yismachu Hashemayim. All right, here we go. Now we're ready. Guitar's in place, everything's in place. Joseph, if you want to pretend to strum along, you certainly can. Yismehu Hashamayim. Yismehu Hashamayim. Yismehu Hashamayim. V'tagel haaretz. Yiramayam. Yiramayam. Yiramayam Melo, Yiramayam, Yiramayam, Yiramayam Melo. So we're going to go now to page 9, and I realize I have one more adjustment to make. There's always something else to consider. This is going to cut down on the wind noise. You won't know if you're here, but out there they know. All right, here we go. Mizmoshir ladon ashir hadash kiniflo rasa. Hoshia lo yemino, uzo akocho ayayne, Obiadon Yeshuato, le'ene hagoyim, ila tzikato, zachar chaso emunato, lebeit Yisrael. Ra'u kol ha'aretz et Yeshua Eloheinu il Adonai kol ha'aretz Yistoveranenu v'zaveru Zavru l'Adonai v'kinor v'kol zinah Machatzot v'kol shofar Ariu lifnei hamelech Adonai Yiram hayam u'melo'o Evel ve'yot ve'ha'ayayna Ye'aron yimcha Yacharanim yeradenu Lifnei Adonai kiva Lifkot ha'aretz Lifkot evel v'tzedek Ve'amim ve'besharim Aynai, aynai, All right. This time you have to perfect the art of the single clap as we do Romemu. When I say key, instead of yelling out key, you clap. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'istanahu le'arkocho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'istanahu le'arkocho. Here we go. Key, key. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Here we go again. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'istanahu le'arkocho. All right. We are now on page 13, Mizmor L'David. Lots of clapping on this one. We get to the Yainai parts at the end. Mizmor L'David, Amar L'Adonai Neni, Ahu L'Adonai, Kavod Va'os, Ahi Ahu L'Adonai, Yehoshemoi, Kavod L'Adonai, Ve'avra Kodesh, Kol Adonai, Al Hamayim, Ve'akavod Yiri, Adonai, Hamayim Rabbi, Kol Adonai, Bakoa, Ani Kol Adonai, Ve'adar Kol Adonai, Sheve Aravim, Vashve Adonai, Et Arze Havanon, Vayar Kirem Kemo Egen, Lebanon, Ve'esirion, Kemo Ben Re'emi, Ai Kol Adonai, Kotev Lavon Eish Kol Adonai, Yakil Mivad, Yakil Adonai Mi Bakaresh Kol Adonai, Kol Ayavet, Vaye Eso, Yeharot, Uve'echalo, Kulo Omer Kavod, Ai Adonai, Lama Boya Shava Yishev Adonai Melech Leolam, Adonai Oz, Le'am Yiten Adonai Yevarech Et Amo V'Shalom. Hey, yai, yai, nai, 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 yai, nai, 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 yai, nai, 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 yai, nai, nai, nai. Yai nai nai, yai nai 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 nai, yai nai 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 nai, yai 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 nai 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 nai, yai nai 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 nai, yai nai 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 nai. All right. All right, we're going to turn now to the Hadodi, page 15. First two stanzas to one tune, latter two to another. Hadodi likat alai alalai 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 reshabat dekapela. Hadodi likat alai alalai 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 reshabat dekapela. Shamor v'zachor v'tikor echad ish ויענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד, ושמו תפארת ולי הילה להדלתי לקראת עלי, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. להדלתי לקראת עלי, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת להובנלה, כי מקור הברכה, לראש מקדם מסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, בני שבת נקבלה. Bible 17, ימין ושמאל תפרוצי, את אדוני תריצי, על יד איש אבן פרצי, ונשמחה ונגילה לה 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 לה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, בני שבת נקבלה. We rise and we face the entrance. Perfect timing for that Harley Davidson that passes by. בואי בשלום עטרת בלה, גם בשמחה ובצולה, תוך עיני עם סגולה, בואי כלה, בואי כלה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. And we say to any mourners in our midst, Hamakom Lechem, Tok Travelei Zion Yerushalayim, may God comfort you with all the mourners of Zion and Jerusalem. We may be seated. Psalm for Shabbat, page 19. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. ועדיף בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות. עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון ועידון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, לזמר לשמך עליון. Continue silently. Sadikatamar hika, Perez Baranon Yizge, Shetulim, Beit Adonai Bechatrot, Elohim Yachrihu, Odenu Beseva, Shenim Rananim Yehu Lehadim, Yashar Adonai Zuri Velo Avlatavo. Adonai Malach Badesh Badesh Adonai Zikazar Aktikon Kevel Ba'atilot Achot Kisachar Mayat Namata Nasunerot Adonai Nasunerot Olam Nisunerot Olam. V'ikodot ma'im, ma'im abim adirim, mishverei yam, Adir Bamarom Adonai Edotecha Ne'emdu Me'od V'Ve'Hanama Kodesh Adonai Leoreth Yamin. We rise for the Baruch call to prayer. Baruch et Adonai Amevorah. Baruch Amevorah Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Amevorah Leolam Va'ed. We can be seated. Baruch Adonai Leolam Asher Givaro Mari Maravim. In Chai Kayam Kavit Gizok Alin Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai Amari Maravim. Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadta, otanu limadta. Agir Adonai Eloheinu b'shafteinu, kumeinu nesiach bechukecha, v'nizmach b'divrei Toratecha, u'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki ha'enu ve'orech yomeinu, u'lahem legimam v'layla, neged yomam v'layla. Levatka al tasir, v'veinu le'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohel Amo Yisrael, Ohel Amo Yisrael. Page 25. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, v'chol levavecha, v'chol nafshecha, v'chol me'odecha, ve'hayu ha'dvarim ha'ele, asher anochi metzavecha, hayom al levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha, v'dibarta b'am, v'shivtecha b'veitecha, u'vlechtecha b'derech, u'kshavtecha u'v'tumecha, u'kshartam le'od al yadecha, na'yulotokafot beit einecha, u'kavtam al mezuzot beitecha, u'visharecha v'yama. We continue silently. L'man tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai, yitem kedoshim le'echem ani, Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeki etchem eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem Elohim, ani Adonai Elohechem emet. Adonai Elohechem emet. I'm on page 32 now, page 32. Bahuto Ratzon Kulehem, Moshe Ben Israel, Hanashi Robinson Karaba, Yamru Kulam. Amoha, Va'elim Adonai, Ikamoha Netar Vakodesh, Nora Tehilo, Osei Pele, Nora Tehilo, Osei Pele. Ahut Para Uvanecha, Okeyam Lifnei Moshe. Ze'eri an ve'amru Adonai lo Elohim va'ed Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael Vihi kamoha Va'elim Adonai Vihi kamoha Netar v'kodesh Jimmy, 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 Nora, Tehilo, Osei Pele, Nora, Tehilo, Osei Pele, Nora, Tehilo, Osei Pele, Osei Pele. We're on page 33, page 33. Ashkirehu Adonai, Eloheinu v'shalom, ve'amidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ashkirehu Adonai, Eloheinu v'shalom, ve'amidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ushmar Tzidkenu Uroenu L'chaim u'shalom Ve'ata Ashkirehu Adonai, Eloheinu v'shalom, Ve'ashkirehu Adonai, Eloheinu v'shalom, Ve'amidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ashkirehu Adonai, Eloheinu v'shalom, Ve'amidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Salvini Sukat Shlomecha, Baruch atah Adonai, Abrei Sukat Shalom Amelech, Avraham Yisrael, Yal Yerushalayim. And we rise for Bishamru. Finally, your books in your seats because there's a lot of clapping with the rhythm of the song, increasing the joy of Shabbat. Shamru b'nei Yisrael, Hashabat. לעשות את השבת לדורות בברית עולם. ונראה בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות בברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת בדורם בברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינקש, שבת וינקש, שבת וינקש ושמרו בני ישראל, את השבת, לעשות את השבת, לתורת העולם. Remain standing for the hot seat Kaddish. Yitkara, Yitkara, Shemei Rabba. Lamati Rakhir Tegam Litchal today. Lecha Yechon Yom Echon. Upayed Echol Beit Yisrael. Va'agala, Va'agala. Uvisman Kari Himeru. Amen. Yeshmei Rabba Mevora. Eolam Lam Eomaya Yitkara. Yitzhak Yisrael, Yitzhak Yinaseh, Yitzhak 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 Shvei Kutsha Barehu, Le'ami Kodachata V'Shirata, Yushbechata V'Nechemata, Damiram Be'olha, Le'neru, Amen. Private Amidah, pages 37 through 48. I'll be back. Shalom Bimromadu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Va'imeru Amen. So the reason I did that one is because in the Torah tomorrow we read the one prayer that is commanded in the Torah. Right? Lots of things. There's 613 commandments in the Torah. Only one of them has to do with prayer. And the prayer is, when you get into the land and you eat your fill and you're satisfied, you say thank you. That became the Birka Hamazon, which at camp, if you ever go to any Jewish camp, it's raucous and rowdy and people pounding the tables. And when you get to the Yosef Shalom part, that's what happens. Except they, in recent years, not that recent years, however long ago the Makaren came out, it's Oseh Shalom Bimromadu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Va'imeru Amen. Something like that anyway. I can do it better with the Macarena playing in the background, but that is what they do. All right, so Kaddish Shalom, page 53. V'kara Shemei Rabba, Beit Yisrael, Pagalav Isman Karibin Meru, Amen. Yahesh Me Rabba Mekora, Leolam Leol Me Amaya, Yipara, Yiparak Mishtabak, Partner Binase, the Dravid Levi Klaus Meri Kurisha, Kuriku, Leolam Kobakata Bishirakat, Atanakamata Dameram Be'amavi Meru, Amen. Think about Soton Rotom, the Kosha, Pramapon, Divishmaya Meru, Amen. Heshlam Rabin Shemai, Kamala Rapoisha Meru, Amen. Ose Shalom Bimama, Puya Se Shalom, Aleni Vel Po Israel, Po Ishmetel, Meru, Amen. All right, now is the time where I tell a little anecdote or give the biography of an important American Jewish historical figure. And I'm generally in the 1800s, and I've been exploring the Bay Area, but I'm not going to stray from that today. I'm going to tell you about two famous Jews. Only one of them is an American Jew, the other is an Israeli Jew, who died today. Two rabbis, in fact. It's possible they died yesterday, very late at night, but they died within the last 24 hours. And one, if you're involved in the Jewish world, you've heard of, Rabbi Adin Steinsaltz. And the other, if you were involved in BBYO between 1980 and, let's say, 1995, you would know him too. His name is Rabbi Shaya Kalemnik. If you're from Rochester, New York, you would know him as well. And they died on the same day, and I'm pretty sure Reb Shaya taught me about Rabbi Steinsaltz. I'll get to that in just a second. So, Rabbi Steinsaltz, I'm holding in front of me the Steinsaltz edition of the Talmud. Rabbi Adin Steinsaltz was the one who made the Talmud accessible to the world, really. He first published the Talmud in Hebrew. Now you say, well, it's not always in Hebrew. No, it's really not. It's mostly in Aramaic. He put it in modern Hebrew, and then he put it in English, but he never finished the whole thing, and then Art Scroll did the whole thing before he finished. But his books, this is one volume of the, I think, 5 volumes of Baba Metzia, the Middle Gate, one of the tractates, the Talmud. And it's a beautiful book, and he has so much commentary. It's so well researched. It's so scholarly. It's so easy to read. It's so accessible. I mean, you can almost read it without a study partner. That's how good it is. Not that you want to, but that is a being insightful. But he was not only a great halachist who knew everything about Jewish law, and he was able to make it accessible to people. He was a great mystic too. He wrote a book called The 13 Petaled Rose. A wonderful, wonderful book. I'm going to just give you a few quotations from Rabbi Steinsaltz. One is, our goal is always to aim for greater heights, to be constantly struggling and striving to do better and to be closer to God. It helps to see one's own life as an annex of the Holy Temple, of the Beit HaMikdash in Jerusalem. Your own life is that annex. He also said, this is the place of storm and volcano and of becoming. Prayer was a willful act of, I wouldn't say violence, but it was an earth-shaking event to him. It wasn't, a piece of calm, at least not always. One final quotation from him. In today's reality, a small act can have far-reaching consequences, beyond imagination, whereas things that will be done 5 or 10 years from today will be so much less effective. So whatever we do now is always more important than what you do tomorrow, because the ripples start today. So, the great Rabbi Adin Steinsaltz today is never be blessed. Rabbi Shaya Kalimnik was a modern Orthodox rabbi. He was also the head Mashiach in Rochester, New York, and every summer he devoted his time to spending it with a bunch of rowdy teenagers at BYO's summer programs, ILTC and Kolab. And it's a little different if you are a BYO today and you're watching this, you wouldn't recognize the way Judaic studies work then, right? I mean, he was an incredibly open guy, but he was fully all in as an Orthodox rabbi. He was unapologetic about it. The way he viewed things, the way he would sort of create disciples and try to get kids to fill in every day and create minions and really go at it. But he also was dramatic with storytelling, and he was just a mensch. And one of my colleagues today, Rabbi Dan Moskowitz, who's a rabbi in Vancouver, said it's because of Reb Shaya, an Orthodox rabbi, that Danny became a Reform rabbi. Right? He had that effect on everyone. He didn't care that you became orthodox, although he certainly encouraged observance. He just wanted you to love Judaism. That's what he was all about. And if you were in Detroit in 1980 and 1995, you spent one of those summers at the neighborhood Perlman camp in Starlight, Pennsylvania, you knew Reb Shaya, you loved Reb Shaya. And as he's been fighting cancer for 2 years, this is what he said. He said, cancer is big, but God is bigger. And he also said, we know as Jews what and how to remember. Shaya, we remember you as a blessing. These two incredible rabbis, both wonderfully impactful, each in his own way. Zecher Tzaddik L'Fa'ah, may these righteous men be a blessing. Amen. All right, we're going to move now to the Aleinu. It's on page 57. Please rise. If you're in a set of 3 or 4 or 2, you know how to do it, go for that up-down Aleinu stuff, right? It'll be a lot of fun. The first one is up and down. The second one is back and forth. You see, you're teaching your parents already. It might be that only the Garfinkels can handle this, but they have so much experience through the years. But we'll see. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon ha'kol, l'teitru l'yotzeh b'reshit, shelo asanu b'girei haratzot, velo samanu mishpachot ha'adama, shelo samcheltenu kahem, v'god aleinu kechol hamonam, אנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ובודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא מלך שמיים ויוסר הארץ ומשה בקרו בשמיים ממעל ושכינתו זו בגופי מרומין הוא אלוהינו אין עוד את מלכנו ופסולתו כתוב בתורתו, ידעת היום והשיב אותה אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, והארץ מתחת אלוהינו. כתוב בתורתך נעימות בעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. May be seated as we lovingly recall the memory of those whose worksites occurred during the coming week, thinking especially today of the following: Abe Backman, David Berkovich, Ellen Berkovich, who met her husband on the steps out front of Temple Beth Abraham, Gertrude Gleiber, Irving Mayer Burke, David Coopersmith, Marshall Denenberg, Jerome Eisenman, Pearl Epperson, Michael Fass, Carl Freeman, Lev Gelfand, Arthur Glazer, Daniel Goldfein, Lena Goldman, Seymour Goldstone, Johnny Holton, Leslie Langberg Kay, David Herman Klein, Dorothy Levine, Leah Levine, Morris Pulse, Hannah Ethel Roth, Harry Rubin, Catherine C., Edward Stern, Harry Truman, Harish Bar Avram Gastler. We are in the Shlosim for Sarah Dickman, the mother of Josh Sadekman, George Lindenbaum, the father of David Lindenbaum. And we are in the Shiva for Judith Kay. Memories of all been with us. We ask all those who are mourning or observing Yortzeit, as well as anyone else who wishes to do so, to join me in reciting the mourner's Kaddish at this time on page 61. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah. Yalma divrach v'ruteh v'amlit machuteh v'chayechon v'yomechon v'echol Beit Yisrael v'agalav izman kari v'yivru. Amen. Yehesh me Rabbah mevorach ve'olam lo me almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitbahar v'yitbomam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei kudsha v'ritu le'elam in kol v'chata v'shivata tushbechata v'nechemata Damiram Bialma Vibru. Amen. Yehesh Lama Rabbamin Shemaya, the Chaim Alim Vel Kol Yisrael Vibru. Amen. Osei Shalom Bimoma, Yase Shalom, Alinu Vel Kol Yisrael Vibru. Amen. We come on with Rahabe, the memory of people who come to say, God is be a blessing to you always. And let us say, Amen. You may be seated. Some announcements. First, just a couple of shout outs. I want to wish a mazel tov to Adam Levy, his entire extended family. He is the father, well, he's the son, or the grandson, rather, I should say, of Pinky and Agnes Pinkerman. And a mazel tov to them because they had a baby boy named Asher Chaim Levy. Chaim is Pinky's middle name with a after the great Pinky Banquet volunteer extraordinaire. He wasn't born today. He was born tomorrow, I don't know how many years ago, but to David Bliss. Happy birthday to him. I think he's watching, probably from New Jersey, possibly from Florida. Jersey. New York. All right, so shout out to him. Tomorrow, services will be at 9:30, live stream from the sanctuary. Hattie Gutkin will be helping to lead. She'll be leading Shachari, and she always brings a lot of ruach to the service. Susan Simon will be leading Torah. Tomorrow night, Abdallah once again from my home, 8:45. It's going to be at the post-music session will be all Simon Garfunkel tomorrow. All Simon Garfunkel. So stay tuned for that. It's a lot of fun, at least for me. All right, last week we were feeling groovy, but this week, and Bridge of Total Water, neither of those songs will be reprised. All new Simon and Garfunkel. New, old Simon and Garfunkel. Next weekend, we're on it. We have Minion Monday and Thursday. We have Friday night, same thing, 16. But next Saturday morning, also at 9:30, it's just going to be a little longer than usual because it's not going to be streamed from the sanctuary. It's going to be streamed outdoors from here because Hayden Garfinkel is becoming bar mitzvah, our first live bar mitzvah. So it will be longer than an hour and 10, 15 minutes. It will be closer to 2 hours. I'm guessing an hour. The over-under is on an hour and 45. Not that I'm encouraging you to bet, but that is the over-under. And this is when the house only wins exactly on an hour and 45, right? So that's that's the way we work it. So, but of course, I do have control over the time. Nevertheless, I just always like to estimate. We'll see what happens. We've never done an outdoor bar mitzvah. Certain things are being skipped, but not everything's being skipped. So anyway, it's just going to be a joyous event. And we're looking forward to you, Hayden, a week from tomorrow. All right, I believe that is it. So, do a closing song. Now, what happens is, if you want to, you're not going to stick around and chat. We're all going to have our masks on, but you will see I have some things. If you're in here, don't come up to me. I have some things to turn off. I have some spraying to do, sanitizing, misting the area, mystifying the area. I don't know what the right word is. And anyway, we're going to be doing that. And then after I turn all that off, we can chat at much social distance. All right, so tonight for a closing song, I'm going to connect Rabbi Steinsaltz and Rabbi Polimnik once again, because the great Talmudist, Rabbi Steinsaltz, Pirkei Avot appears in the Talmud. I'm going to sing a couple of songs from Pirkei Avot, which we sang those summers at Proven Camp. The first one is Ten Lo Mishalo, render unto God that which is God's. Sounds like a Debbie Friedman song. It's not. It's a one-hit wonder. I can't remember her name, but so Pirkei Avot, chapter 3, verse 7. The words, anyway. Ten lo mishelo she'apa b'shela shelo ten lo mishelo she'apa b'shela shelo. Shira Parsha Shira Parsha Shelo, Shechad Shelach Shelo, 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 Shechad Shelach Shelo. But we humans have a role to play too. The second one, the words of Rabbi Tarfon, is not upon us to finish the task, but neither are we free to the system. God has God's role, we have our role too, in making the world a better place. Lo alecha halacha limor, lo alecha limor, lo alecha halacha limor, lo alecha limor, velo ata ben chori lekivater mimea, velo ata ben chori, velo ata ben chori lekivater mimea, velo ata ben chori. Lo alecha halacha limor, lo alecha limor, lo alecha halacha limor, lo alecha limor. Shabbat shalom.